Welcome here. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how we can query data from OpenStreetMap and create exciting and neatly designed building footprint maps around iconic locations all around the globe. For example, how the surroundings of the Eiffel Tower or the Central Park looks like. Let's dive in. This one is going to be a short one, but as usual, let's start with the imports. So in this tutorial, we are going to collect building footprint and road network data around iconic locations all around the globe, for example, the Eiffel Tower. And then I'm going to create a minimalistic and sort of blueprint looking maps showing this area and how beautiful even such simple urban structures and urban visualizations can be. So first, let's pick the Eiffel Tower, where I'm also going to take its coordinates, and I'm going to collect data from a 1 kilometer radius around it. As usual, I'm going to use OSMNX for that. After getting the buildings, let's also get the roads. And then, since as you can see here, we queried and returned the data in square format, so in a bounding box, let's create a circle with that given radius. And then clip the building and the road dataset to this circular shape. Then, once we have this simple visualization workflow, let's collect the data for multiple locations. Namely, for example, the Eiffel Tower, the Giza Pyramids, the Colosseum in Rome, Central Park in New York City, and a few others, and also turn them into a GeoPandas data frame, which is going to be very helpful when we are going to highlight the landmark footprints. Then let's create a dictionary which is going to store all the data for all the landmarks and all the cities. Copying the previous code, first we will get the buildings for every landmark, then the road network as a graph object, and then we will turn it into a GeoPandas data frame. Then we will do the clipping. Let's also add the texts and comments from my notes and written by ChatGPT, because as I probably mentioned a few times, it's really good for documenting my code, which I am really not good at. So then let's get the circle and do the cropping. Circle first, clipping, and then storing all the results in the result dictionary we have. Oh yeah, we've done this here. And now I will only run it for the first item so that this tutorial won't last too long, but I will let you try it for all the other landmarks, as I did when I was developing this tutorial. So now we have that. Now let's move on and finalize the map design. I'm going to use 3 colors. The background is going to be dark blue, almost like traditional ink. Then the items on it are going to be off-white, and the highlight of the landmark is going to be golden yellow. First, let's just pick the Eiffel Tower again and query its data from the results dictionary. And then start the plotting. As usual, we define the figure and set the face and background colors, add the roads and the buildings, which already looks quite decent. And since here we also matched the landmark geodata frame to the footprints, so the point coordinates of the landmarks to the footprints, we have the target building, which here we are going to visualize with 2 layers, which means that we will have it highlighted in golden yellow. Let's also add the circular outline. the title, and the very basic housekeeping. So yeah, if we do this, maybe we can decrease it a bit so it fits on this screen. Then we have a very nice, very clean, very minimalistic map of a landmark and the primary urban structures around it, so we can have a nice bird's eye view on how the surroundings of a given landmark look like. And if we want to save them, then we can easily just create a function. So this is essentially all the previous code packed into a function, which we can run this way, and then give a few seconds to the code, where I'm going to run all the data collection now that we have the final visualization piece. And then we can easily run it here. And yep, once all the code has finished, we will arrive to these maps. Eiffel Tower, the pyramids, you can see that they are here. Actually, there's the largest one and the other one, the smaller ones, a bit further from the urban built-in parts. The Colosseum in Rome, Central Park, surrounded by buildings. The Parliament in Budapest right next to the Danube on the river coast, or the Sagrada Família in Spain in Barcelona with its very unique, very iconic building structure. So that's it. Thanks for following it through, and let me know if you applied these visualization steps to your hometown's most iconic landmarks, and let me know how it looks like. See you next time.